Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about load balance inside the Google Cloud GCP. The load balance is an important piece inside the data center and of course inside the cloud as well, so you need to know how to configure, and I will show you the basic lab here to deal with the VPC with the load balance, or specifically TCP load balance in GCP. Certainly we can use another type of load balance, which is they call UDP load balance and application load balance, but the most commonly used is TCP load balance. Let me give you the idea very quick here. The idea for load balance, I will create number one the VPC, and this VPC I put a subnet which is 10.10.10. whatever. Then after that I create three VM or three instance inside this VPC, and I will install a web application which is a very quick one, which is here. This is the web application for each instance, and this has helped me is Apache, and this Apache has helped me to recognize which server I access. So the first installation here with the key server 1, and this is key server 2, and this is key server 3. And by the way, all this key I will put in the description, and you can see in this link as well, which is I put it in the description video as well. All right, so number 2, after number 2 done, I will go to install the TCP load balance in GCP, and I will guide you step by step for this lab. Let's go to the GCP portal and get started. This is the GCP. I will start with the VPC first. So I go to the VPC here. I create one VPC. It's best recommended. So I call this VPC1, and I will create the subnet, which is subnet 1 or whatever, any name. I will keep with this one region, which is UC. Central US, and the subnet will be 10.10.0/24. Then after that I keep everything default, and after that I just create. So the VPC is ready right now, as you can see, with the subnet. So after that I create the 3 computer or 3 instance from the computing engine. In the computing engine I go to the VM instance. So I create the first computer, which is I call it the server 1. I call it that guy server -1, and I will allow it HTTP and HTTPS in order to access. And I go to the management here. In the management here, you see there is something they call automation. In the automation here, you can start up some script, which is that one. This is the first server. I will copy the first server here and I will paste it here. Then beside the management we have security, disks, and we have a network. I need change the default one to the VPC one with the subnet 10.10.10.0, and I need external IP as well, public IP as well. So this is the first instance. I will do the same thing in the second instance. I do the same thing. This will be server -2, then everything same again, allowed HTTP and HTTPS and management, and paste the second script, that one. Then don't forget to put it in the proper VLAN or proper VPC. Then of course this subnet will be then create. So the third instance, I will copy the last the last script here. Then after that, create the instance, and that guy will be server -3. You can put it more than 3 servers. It's just 3 server for test, of course. So allow it HTTP, and the management, again, you have to go to the automation and put it the script here. Then don't forget the network as well. Network piece, we need to put it in VPC 1. Then here you go, everything ready now, and the 3 computer here is ready. So now we can test one of them. You can see here, this is help you, this option in the public IP help you to access to this computer. Server 1, as you can see here. If I go to the second one here, server 2, then the last one as well, you can test as well. You can see server 3, server 2, and server 1 is ready here. So I'm ready to create the load balance. I need the traffic from the internet base to this. Any traffic from the internet here, when they come here, first they go to the server 1, then the load balance deploy the second traffic to the server 2, then third traffic go to the server 3, and so on and so forth. All right, let's do the load balance here together. Once when the server is ready, go to the network services, and we have a load balancing here. So I create load balancing here. There is a 3 option for the load balancing: UDP, TCP, and HTTPS, which is application load balance. So I just select the TCP one, start to configure. What do you want to do in the load balance? From the internet to my VM? Yes, exactly. This is what I'm looking for, from the internet here to my VM. All right. So they ask me here, do you need single region? Yes, I use a single region, US Central. So I just say continue here. Here they ask me for the name for load balance. I call it LB-TCP. Then they ask me here backend configure. Backend configuration here, this is the name for my load balance. I select my region here, and by the way guys, it's much more better, or recommended actually, when you do load balance, should be your instance in different region. But this is a basic lab. I need to show you the idea from the load balance. That's why I put it all my instance in one region. All right, they ask me where is the back end, where is the server. Select the existing instance group, or you have an instance. So I just select here, select existing instance, then I open from here. I see all my server here. So I select the first one, then after that I go again, second server, and third server here. So this is my 3 server here. They ask me, do you have a backup pool? I don't have it. Failover between them, each one is a 10%. So health check, I can create health check very quick. All right, the health check is very important actually in the load balance. To create the health check based to the HTTP protocol with the port 80, which is the load balance check which server is available based to this criteria, which is the protocol port number here, and they check it in interval each 10 seconds here, and they consider him time it out after 5 seconds if not healthy. So I just put a name here and keep everything default here. All right, when finished the backup, and you see the blue icon here, everything okay means. So I just go to the fronted configure here. The fronted configure represent which IP you need to send to the public. Okay, so I can call this guy as a public, and this is the IP address of the 3 server representative in the internet. So of course it's used TCP protocol, and I need a public IP for that. So I create IP address public. I give him any name, load balance -TCP1 or whatever, any name, then reserve. They give me IP address. Again, this IP address, your website IP address, that guy. Okay, 3469. All right, which port I use it right now is a port 80, or we can change it as well. So I just done here. When you see blue means done here. So after that, I go to the review and finalize, and after that, create. All right, once when I create, I wait a little bit time, then we will see the load balance will be ask all the VM instance and put it all the VM instance as one group in the load balance and provide me the public IP, which is I can use it in public. Okay, after 2 to 3 seconds, you can see the load balance is ready now to use. You can see here is all instances are healthy and we can use it as well. If you go to the load balance here, you can see all the computer here is healthy. All the instance is healthy here. And you can see this is the IP address. We can use it. And if you go back as well, you can see which backend server, which instance from here. So we can see all the 3 instances here, server 1, 2, and 3 is ready to use it with this IP. So everything looks good. Let's test this load balance. So I copy the IP address from here and I start to test. Then I just paste the IP address, hit enter. This is the server 1. If I do refresh, oh cool, I can see the server 3, which do another refresh. Yep, you can see here is a server 2, then we'll be back server 3, which one, whatever one is healthy and can carry the traffic, they can see it here. Then 3, if I do another refresh here, they go to the server 1. After a few seconds as well, they jumping to the server 2, 3, and so on and so forth. I hope this information or this tutorials is help you to figure out how to configure or how to set up the load balance services in your GCP cloud. Thank you for watching and talk to you soon.